Fishy Emolument. Welcome to Law and Society. We're going to talk about Donald Trump being gifted a brand new palace in the skies plane by the Kingdom of Qatar. Well, it raises the question of foreign emoluments. So first I'm going to read you what the dictionary says an emolument is. An emolument is a profit or fees from office or employment. It's a compensation for services. So, it's not a salary, but it's some sort of a gain, a profit made by an officer of the United States, being the chief executive Donald Trump. Now, Foreign Emoluments Clause of our Constitution, which is Article 1, Congress's purview, Congress's domain, Section 9, Clause 8, that says, and no person holding any office of profit or trust under them, which includes Donald Trump, shall, without consent of the Congress, accept of any present, emolument, office, or title of any kind whatever from any king, prince, or foreign state. Well, it's pretty clear. There's never been an emolument Supreme Court case because the language is pretty clear. No person holding office of profit or trust under them, so Donald Trump is salaried as well as under oath to the Constitution, shall without consent of Congress. So it is Congress's domain to decide whether or not to accept this emolument, which is this plane. Now, first of all, if Congress, it is legal if Congress signs off on it, okay? But what is happening is just incredible, because in order for you to have a foreign state gift you a plane that will operate as the United States President's forward operating base in case of a war or other cataclysmic emergency. So the national security of our national security, the integrity of it is sacred. And this plane could be a Trojan horse. And so they're going to have to go through the protocols of the Department of Defense, and our government will have to take the plane apart to make sure that there's no surveillance tech or anything that would get in the way of what the plane will be also retrofitted with when it becomes Air Force One. Because Air Force One itself has a lot of other features that regular planes do not have. So in order for it to become Air Force One, there has to be protocol, there has to be retrofitting of this plane, and the plane has to be taken apart to make sure that it's not a Trojan horse. Because otherwise, Qatar will be listening in on the most classified conversations happening on Air Force One. Just like Musk's Starlink, I don't know if they did connect all of White House with it or not, but if they have, Musk's Starlink has information that's in the White House that should not be in anybody's hand outside the White House, and then after the White House, the National Archives. Now, coming to the part where it says, after the use, the plane in 2029 would be given to the Donald Trump Presidential Library campaign, or Presidential Library, whatever, construction, for personal use. That has never happened before, and that would be a violation of the Emoluments Clause. Because, unless Congress says it's okay. So will this Congress say it's okay, this MAGA Congress, for the government, for the kingdom of Qatar, for a princely state which has connections to terrorist groups, which has investments in Musk's X? They paid $375 million stake in X. So you see how messy this is. That what would be Air Force One will be used by Donald Trump as Air Force One is going to be a Qatari plane that has to be broken apart to see whether there is anything that would compromise our national security. And then it would be transferred to Donald Trump's Library Commission so that Donald Trump can use it personally. That has to be okayed by Congress. And I don't understand or see why Congress would allow that to happen. Why would Congress allow this private emolument to happen to the sitting president of the United States, who gets to take the plane with him when he goes? That is an emolument. That is violation of the emoluments clause, unless Congress allows him to have it. Now, I mean, I can't even tell you how grotesque it looks if Congress allows him to have it. He can accept it. Congress can allow him to accept it. But Congress must not say it's okay for him to take it along with him when he's gone. Because that is improper. That is blatant bribery. That is a bribe. That is not a gift to the United States. That is a huge $400 million bribe given to Donald Trump. Why? Because he gets to take it with him. So, with that said, keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on other governments gifting him things, planes and helicopters and other things that are valuable, that could compromise our national security, and see what he does with them, and see what Congress does. This MAGA Congress could very well approve it, could very well give Donald Trump the power to have this and then take it with him too. Because that's how Donald Trump thinks, that he's going to have his cake and eat it too. And so MAGA Congress, which has capitulated, I see no reason why they wouldn't. And that is just a bastardization of our government, our national security, our integrity, and our basic pride in being able to construct our own Air Force One instead of having Qatar give us a plane, which is a palace in the skies, everything golden inside, and absolutely grotesque. With that said, thank you for listening. Keep your eyes out for the news. There's always something illegal going on in Donald Trump's reign, and I'll come back and talk to you about it when it comes to light. Take care. Do like and subscribe. Thank you so much.